Hello friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we will be talking about some of the camera features, tips and tricks on using the camera on the OnePlus 10T. So OnePlus 10T is the latest flagship level smartphone with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip, and you get a triple camera setup. We have actually covered the detailed camera review. So in case you are looking at the camera aspect, do check out our camera review where we have talked in depth about the camera. Now this is a 50 megapixel triple camera setup. You get an 8 megapixel ultra wide, 2 megapixel macro, and you also get a 16 megapixel selfie camera. So that's the camera hardware. We have also talked about the camera abilities in this price segment. Let's talk about some of the camera features, what all features it offers, and some of the tips and tricks while using the camera on the OnePlus 10T. So let's get started. So before that, if this is your first time on this channel, do hit that red subscribe button and also hit the bell icon to get notified of all the videos we publish. So let's start. So we have the OnePlus 10T. So we'll just show you the about phone. So about device. So you can see here, this is the OnePlus 10T 5G, and we have a 12GB RAM and Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 chip, and this is Android 12, OxygenOS 12 again. Let's see the camera UI. So this is how the camera looks like on the OnePlus 10T. So we have this main interface with some options on the top, then you get the other options at the bottom. So let's see what all features it offers. So on the top you have this flash, then you can enable auto HDR. In case you want full-time HDR, this is the better option to go. If the camera is not detecting HDR, then you can manually turn this on. Then we have the AI mode, AI scene enhancement. This will make the images a bit more enhanced based on AI. Say for example, you are taking images of the flower, then it will automatically detect that you are taking images of flower and boost or enhance the images for that particular flower. So that's how the AI enhancement works. Then we have the option of enabling the high mode. This is the 50 megapixel mode. So you can see here, we'll just enable it here. So you can see a 50 megapixel mode. So this is the 50 megapixel resolution you're taking when you're selecting high mode. Then if we go to settings, we have the timer and aspect ratio. Those are self-explanatory. Now going to the settings, we have the option to watermark. You have the option to enable grids and guides. Level is there if you want to take photos using perfectly in horizontal or vertical format. Level is one thing which works really well. So we just go here. You can see this is the level here. This works pretty well. Then we have the shutter sound. If you don't want a shutter sound for your picture, you can just disable that. Then flip selfie. If you want to selfies as they appear in the viewfinder, then you can enable this. Then apart from that, shooting methods. So you can see here a tap to capture. That's a tap on the viewfinder to capture a photo that you can enable. Show palm. So this is if you show the palm of your hand, then it will take a selfie. So this is very useful if you want to take selfies. Then touch and hold the shutter button. That means if you press and hold the shutter button, it will by default take a video, and if you don't want, you can go with the take burst photos. So those are the two options available. Then portrait distortion correction. This is again very important. This is enabled by default. Now one of the important things is you can take pictures in 10-bit color format. So 10-bit photos are saved in HEIF format, and this can be viewed only in devices which are compatible for 10-bit color. So that is very important. If you want to take pictures in 10-bit, then you need a compatible device or app that supports 10-bit, but you can enable that. Similarly, there is also high efficiency video as well. So these are the options available. Then let's just go to the other options as well. Here you get quick launch option. Double press either volume button to launch the camera when screen is off. So this is when you double press on the volume button, either the volume button, that is either of the volume button, either top or bottom, volume up or volume down, to quickly open the camera. So we'll just show you that. So there you go, you can see here I just enabled the camera by just double tapping the icons. Then another option is that you can see show dirty lens warning. So if the lens is dirty, it will show a warning before taking the captures. Then there is a quick share and edit. So what quick share and edit does is if you are taken a picture, say for example I just taken one picture, I'll just take one picture. So I just taken one picture. Now what I can do is just swipe up and you can see the share option. You can see here you have the share option as well as edit option. So if I click edit, I can edit the images using the pencil, rectangle, show, arrow, circle. Then you can see that there is a markup option, share option, and then you can share it, or if you want to share it directly, you can see here share option is there. So you don't have to go to the gallery, you can quickly swipe up and share the image. Now at the bottom you have the option to switch between ultra wide, or you can go with the 2x zoom. This is again a digital zoom, it's not an optical zoom. Then here if you have the option of retouching and filters can be included. So there are few filters available, so you can see here there are plenty of filters available to touch up. Then we have the night mode, video recording. You have 4K resolution. Then if you go here, you can select the resolution 30 fps and 60 fps. Then here there is an option, this is the ultra stable mode. You can see here ultra steady mode for video recording. Similarly, you can enable the AI mode, so it can go up to 4K at 60 fps. Then if you go to the portrait mode, here we have the option to select the aperture value, how strong the bokeh you want to be. So if you go with the lowest possible one, that is f1.4 aperture, then you will have a very strong bokeh. And if you go with the smallest one, that is f16, you will have a very weak bokeh. So you can see a strong and weak is there. Background blur, you can select that. So this is how the background blur works. Now more you can see that pro mode is there. We have the option to control different aspects like ISO, shutter speed, exposure, white balance. All these things can be selected. We have the option of histogram as well. So a lot of things are there in the pro mode. Similarly, you have the slow motion. You can record videos in 1080p resolution as well as 720p. Then you have the macro mode, so you can take a macro captures up to 4 centimeter. That's another option. Then movie mode, then long exposure, dual video, so it can take videos using the dual mode. So you can select how you want a split screen. So this is another option, a circle, and the rear camera is full. Then rectangle, the front camera is here, and the other camera is on the main section. So these are the options. So split is half. So these are dual video options. Then you also get tilt shift and long exposure modes as well. Now if you go to the video recording, now here we have the background blur option for video recording. So select this and you can select the background blur, the aperture value. And now if you record a video, so you can see that the subject will be separated, and you can see here background blur in the video recording. So this is how you can enable a background blur in the video recording. You can also see there are some filters available if you want in the video. So filters can also be enabled. Similarly, if you go to the selfie camera, here we have night mode for selfies as well, and we have the portrait mode, additional options. In terms of video recording, you get 1080p resolution, and portrait also you get this option. And even in video you have the portrait mode, so you can blur the background even in the selfie video. So those options are also included in the portrait mode for the front camera. So these are some of the options you can try out on the OnePlus 10T camera UI. So it has a pretty good feature rich UI in terms of camera, and there are plenty of options available. So if you want to try out these features, do try this on the OnePlus 10T camera. Specifically, some of these tips and tricks and features might be really useful for you. If you are a person who takes a lot of images using the smartphone, these are some really useful tips and tricks. So that was the features of the OnePlus 10T camera. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.